Hello, welcome to Neuro-Heretical Wargaming. For real this time. My name is Brendan. I'm joined by
It's still Scott. This time, actually live, Brendan.
this
Are we
time
live?
this time featuring disappointed Scott.
Are we live, Brendan?
Yes, we're live.
Good.
Guys, we're really good at this. One day we will get to do a behind the scenes feature and you guys are gonna love it. Yes.
I hope they will.
Uh-huh. I'm sure they will. Of that I am certain. But yes, welcome to Neuro-Heretical Wargaming. Tonight I've got two things on my table. I have this lovely little techmarine. And I have this lovely red sprue. This red sprue is technically from, I believe it's Dawn of War Onslaught, the little board game they put out about the red sprue from a few months ago. This sprue was actually originally from the Indominus box that launched ninth edition. Anyway, mainly what I want to about today is I'm going to take these bits right here for the Blade Guard Ancient, and I'm going to kit bash them with a Tech Marine to make a cool little Black Templar themed Tech Marine. Scott, what are you working on today, bud?
I am working on my comp army for 40K. So I have a couple things that need to get painted for this upcoming GT in less than a month. And I am trying not to repeat my usual sin of night before, oh god, it's time to panic paint things. So trying to get a couple things painted as I mull over whatever list changes I need to make. So right now I'm getting some stealth suits set up to start priming because, I got to go up to the 10-man, or sorry, the 5-man instead of just them being 3-man base, which is a little inconvenient, but luckily your boy has enough models.
You sure about that?
Yes, because I was slowly trying to acquire enough of the classic stealth suits, and I have enough between the classic stealth suits and the, I guess now not new stealth suits, the middle stealth suits,
The,
to do it.
the middle child no one really likes.
The egg, if you will.
What? Oh,
They're
never
egg
mind.
shaped.
No, I got there. I got there, Scott.
They're eggies.
Little eggy
As
boys.
Serpentius would say, my eggies.
What?
Have you not watched Has Been Hotel?
No.
Oh, okay.
Or
That
well,
that's fair.
didn't they originally release the pilot as like a video on YouTube? Is that one, or
Uh,
is that a different one?
I'm trying to remember if that was that or if that was Hell of a Boss, which is in the same like
Universe.
universe.
I think it was Hell of a Boss actually.
I think that was probably Hell of a Boss.
Yeah, that one I have seen. That one I have seen. Scott, why are you so quiet tonight?
Because I'm disappointed in Brendan.
What else is new, Scott? What else is new?
It's almost February. We're almost to the first month of 2026.
That's unfortunate.
The unstoppable march of time is ever going ever onward.
It goes ever on and on.
Goes on and 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 okay, that's enough of that.
Have you seen the one where they play that like on the radio? Like a woman listening to it in
Uh,
her car, and she's like, "Stop it! Please make it stop."
nope, I'm unfamiliar.
Or no, it's what's that song where it's like time starts coming and it don't stop coming, and it
And
just
they don't
keeps
stop coming, they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and
it
they
just keeps
don't stop
repeating
coming.
that. She's just like, no, why?
Reminds me of the time that I was driving into Philadelphia to pick up my younger brother to go to a paintball event, right? And friend of the channel Joe decided he was going to play over my car radio or car stereo the Wii music, but the doots keep increasing. So
Okay.
by the time I finally found my brother's place, it was do 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 do. And that's one of the many reasons why I hate Philly, because I get non-flashbacks.
That sounds like a very Joe thing, actually.
Yeah, that's. I keep telling the story, and you're over there like, yeah, this is all on brand.
Nothing about this is surprising. Have we met Joe?
Hi, Biddy, can you move? Ugh. The song that never ends, not to be confused with the song that goes like this from the hit musical Spamalot.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves. Everybody's nerves. Everybody's nerves. I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes. I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves. Everybody's nerves.
Oh,
Everybody's
God,
nerves.
okay.
I know
You
a
know
song
how
that
we
gets
were
on
talking
everybody's nerves, and this
stream
is how it
about
goes. I know a
how
song that
we
gets on
generally want
everybody's
more
nerves.
people,
Everybody's nerves. Everybody's nerves.
and how we bring in more people to the channel. I don't think this is it.
Someone's gonna open this video and be like, "Nope."
It's like, nope, nope, blocked.
Like, nope, hard no, hard pass, hard pass.
We actually lose 15 subscribers.
Hey, if we still had all the subscribers we'd lost, we'd probably already have 400 subscribers by now. It's okay. They were too weak. They never would have survived.
They couldn't handle the neutron style.
Hmm. Here, I'm already faced with kind of my first like decision. So I want to use this body, right? So I need to preserve as
Blue.
much of this body as I can. Which also means I don't want to like cut at this arm because the way it is like molded into the body, and I would have to cut basically all of the cloth stuff as well. But I do want to use this Omniscient Power Axe. I need to figure out how I'm going to do this.
Decisions. Oh, that is a good point, Wanting Fire. Apparently, Tech Marines are coming to Space Marine too. And it's a tech apparently happening in a couple days.
Weird timing.
Totally intentional. Yep, we really have our finger on the pulse of today's market here at Neuro-Heretical Wargaming.
I mean, side note, I did vaguely know that was happening, but I couldn't remember if it was already out or not. I thought about Googling it, and I was like, that's more work than I want to put into it. So I didn't.
Little buff.
Either we'll do it or we won't. It'll be one of the two. Of that, I can be sure.
I guarantee it.
You'll love the way you look. I guarantee it. Alright, so I think the move is probably to clip off this big little ancient bit right here.
But how about you, chat? What are you guys working on this wonderful day?
And then cut off this power axe. Yeah, how is chat? How are you guys? How the heck are you doing?
I guess the other thing I'm doing is basking in the miracle that is I'm not painting anything for this week's Saturday side quest today.
Oh wow, that's new for you.
That is new for me. Usually it's I think I have enough painted, and then I'll realize a couple days before, oh no, I'm missing X, Y, and Z.
Oh no,
Luckily,
Scott
I
made
did that
whoopsie.
2 weeks ago, and I knew ahead of time what I was missing. It's like, well, I know I painted all this stuff before COVID, and I know I didn't paint this, this, and this. So I got to paint this, this, and this. So we have now painted this, that, and that.
What's funny is both you and Jeff did that. You're both like, oh no, I need to get this painted. And then got everything done like 2 weeks early, which is very not on brand for Neuro-Heretical Wargaming.
Learning.
Oh my god, we're evolving. You think, therefore...
Therefore, I Riz.
Nah, you were so close. You almost had it.
Oh man.
Like many a Sean student, you are disappointing.
Tell me something I don't know, mother.
Hey, Archer. Let me sit down and watch that show. I've always seen a few sporadic episodes.
I've never watched it. I feel like I would enjoy it, but
I feel like it's your kind of show.
yeah. Yes, right now I am converting up some old stealth suits, the old metal stealth suits to have fusion blasters, which are like the Tao's meltaguns. The original owner of these started that work, but didn't really do it that well. It looked really bad, so I'm just doing just a little modification here and there, just to help it look a bit more smooth instead of looking like they just slapped the gun onto the side of their arm.
I mean, mood. One in Fire says he could be better. Sick with the flu. Apparently, it's kicked his butt. Feel you, buddy. I feel you. That, yeah. Before Christmas, I got hit pretty hard. I missed like 2 days of work because of it, which isn't, not ideal. Not
Yeah,
ideal.
it is that time of year though.
It.
Especially since most of continental US is currently buried under snow, so
Side note, that has been Scott's favorite fact of the week, if anyone was wondering.
what? That most of the US is buried in snow?
Yeah, you've mentioned it like several.
I mean, it's relevant when your primary it's relevant when you are an online creator. It's like, well, a lot of people are stuck inside right now, so a lot of people are gonna watch stuff.
And you're not wrong. I'm just think it's funny is all.
I'm a funny guy, what can I say?
You're definitely funny looking.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, would you like to talk about your relationship with your mother tonight?
No, I think this is just a bit for right now.
For now. You get a few let him get a few drinks in him, guys, and things may change.
As a wise man once said, things will either change drastically or stay the same.
Who said that, Scott?
I don't know, some random engineer.
So not a great man.
Uh, I never said great. I said wise.
So not a wise man.
Well, I mean, there was wisdom in his insight.
The risk I took was calculated, but man, I'm bad at math. Me playing Drukari last week.
Oh, don't even think it was that long ago, but it was 2 days ago.
No, that was a week ago. We don't talk about it.
Oh. Oh, are you sure?
Yep. Isn't that right,
see.
chat?
All right, cool. That conversion's done. That's easy enough. That looks way better than it used to. Now let's put this knife away before I drop it on myself or something.
Mood. Am I the only one that has an irrational fear of like dropping a knife or scissors and it just like stabbing my foot?
Recently, no. I've been like so clumsy lately. I don't know why.
Maybe it's just because you're a tall, lanky, goofy boy. Have you considered that?
Maybe. I'm a goofy goob.
Are you a goofy
Oh,
goober?
goofy goober.
Yeah. We're all goofy down here. Right.
Well, apparently I already have ion rifles built, so I might as well paint them, and that way I can just kind of like swap it out last second if I decide to go that route.
Once we need the power of magnets.
No, these ones are a pain in the butt to magnetize. But I already have them built. So, because I have a couple of the old metal rail rifle squads rail rifle dudes.
Duders.
So it's just, and I have the new plastic ion rifle dudes, which I had built for just such a situation. So it's just a matter of painting up plastic duders so I can just, swap them out.
Ah, yes, the most difficult part of the hobby. I'm gonna try and have this drill at like, oh, my hand's cramping, at a pleasing angle.
My hand is cramping, Mr. Krabs!
Do you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? I haven't watched SpongeBob in so long. I watched a video where
Oh
a
yeah,
guy.
no, I think it was Mrs. Puff. Like, my hand is cramping, Mrs. Puff.
Oh.
When she was trying to like force her to graduate from boating school.
Oh, she was trying to force him to graduate.
Yeah.
You ever seen the theory that Mrs. Puff is actually a criminal on the run?
No, I have not.
Apparently, there's like a kind of blink and you'll miss it scene. There's a scene where like SpongeBob or someone is going through a bunch of like files at like a police department or something, and there's one that like shows Mrs. Puff's face, but like it's a different name, and it claims her like an escaped like convict or something.
Huh. Well,
I guess there's another scene where she's like knows how to run from cops or something, and people are like,
Sus.
all right. Yeah, I was actually.
No, actually, I did have one issue when I was painting the droids for Legion, Star Wars Legion this weekend. That like crackly basing material that you like just smatter it on and it will like dry up and crackle as it shrinks.
Yes.
So a bunch of it just kind of fell off the base after I did that.
Did you paint the base before you did that?
I did not.
Hmm.
I mean, there's some primer on there, but
Yeah, you want to do a layer of like one. You want to do it. So I use a crackle paint. I use like the Martian one for my Black Templars. One, you want to do it because you want to have a base color, so if it does crack a lot, that it's like an earthy tone that's visible beneath it. And then the other thing is
I
it
guess
gives
that's
it
fair.
it helps it attach more, and you also just need you want to use more than you think. That's one thing I've noticed. That's always a bit more than you would think.
Yeah. So, I mean, most of it's under the tank because the tank's a very big chassis, right? So
Hmm.
most of it's hidden regardless. So I'm not that concerned about it.
I mean that's fair.
All right. Well, I think it's time to start airbrushing things.
Might as well go deeper. Looks like I'm actually pretty centered, so sorry, I'm just like drilling this Omniscient axe head so I can fit it, so I can mount it to this Blade Guard Ancient body.
How dare you?
I know for a fact it is not very interesting to look at. It's because you can't really see much, but things are happening, chat. Things are happening. And for stuff like this, you
Good
generally
thing.
want to go as deep as you can.
No comment.
Scott, would you like to talk about how you did at the tournament this weekend? We didn't really get a chance to talk about it on the Sunday stream.
Oh yeah, I was pretty shot, so I didn't get that much to talk about it. But I did 3 game. We both did 3 games, so no buys or anything. My first game, because I guess I'll also use this as a little bit of unpacking things, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my first game was against Votan. So that went pretty well. I did get interrupted by a work call for 30 minutes, so that didn't help at all. So I was multitasking. Um, but generally for my list, uh, it is the Cruton hull. So the main thing is the Crute establish board presence and just bury people in bodies. Anything that they wouldn't be able to crack on their own, the I have 2 riptides and a hammerhead. I'm sorry, 2 hammerheads and a riptide to help punch nice holes in those. So, fairly simple plan. It just takes time because there's what, 130 models in this list, I think.
Some would say an
But
excessive number.
yeah, yeah. So for the first mission, plan worked despite being slowed down a bit. So I was able to keep them at bay and just bury them in bodies in OC. Any kind of responses I was able to manage and just bury in things so they couldn't actually get to me, or have them hide
Uh,
because they knew that the railgun would blow a big hole in their side of their chassis. So that plan worked really well. I wish I had more time. But how was your first game? What happened with yours?
well, I played guard, and I was running the same list I ran a couple weeks ago on the stream, the
You mean
orbital
you were
assault
playing Black
force.
Templar?
Yep, and I was playing my Black Templars. I played
Oh,
guard.
you you
What?
played against Guard. Okay, okay.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes,
Played
yes.
against guard. Yes, yes. I played against guard. It went okay. Guard player was kind of new, so I was helping him out a little bit with rules. Um, that list, as I've stated a couple times since the original stream, kinda would crumbles under midboard pressure. If you go out early and take a good chunk of the midboard, you will give that list trouble, which is basically what happened.
Okay, okay.
He went out early, got a good chunk in the midboard. Doing no small part because I didn't think about the fact that he had rattlings. And I'll just stab myself. I didn't think about the fact that he had rattlings and could therefore infiltrate, which is a bit unusual for the guard, but well played on his part. When he did that, sorry, putting this on real quick. He did that, which made it really hard. He also had 2 units of rattlings, or no, he only had the one, but like, no, he had something else. I couldn't infiltrate on the other side of the board for another reason, or I think he just had a big enough. So he spread them out really far, so it covered a really good chunk of the board. So that made it really hard to deploy my like scouts and everything.
Right.
So he had pretty good board control from turn 1. Um, and I put the Repulsor Executioner and the Land Raider into Deep Strike, and I probably shouldn't have. Probably should have kept them on the board. Or I probably should have kept the Land Raider on the board. Yeah, I couldn't push into the middle as much as I needed to, and that kind of got me stuck. And he ended up winning on points. It wasn't by a lot, but he ended up winning by points. And then so I went into the losers bracket, which is fine. My goal at any tournament, generally speaking, is to be positive, have a positive win rate by the end. That first one's kind of make or break. It is kind of nice to lose your first game because it's just like dramatically more chill for the rest of the tournament, comparatively speaking.
Yeah. Like things calm down a bit, or you can attempt for the submarine captain strategy.
Oh yeah, Scott.
Yeah, yeah, that was a popular, well, at least joke strategy in the Armada scene where, yeah, no, I lost my first game by a whole lot, but don't worry, submarine captain time. Now that I'm on the bottom, no one's gonna see me sneak back up in points. Like, no, we both know what's about to happen.
I did not think this part through, guys. I need to sit here and dry, and it's all super glue. I can probably put some glue on the outside actually and fuse it around there. You mean seal clubbing?
Well, maybe. I don't know. They always refer to it as submarine captain because you purposefully sink and then you rise back up.
I mean that's fair. But yeah, how'd your second round go? You had a very interesting tournament experience actually,
I
comparatively
did.
speaking.
I did. Okay, so something to start this with, some necessary background information is that it was a local tournament, and as you guys know, if you have a battle ready painted army, you get 10 points, right? Well, it was just a local event. So in order to make up for that, well, they want to encourage people to like come out even if their armies weren't fully painted yet. So in order to like make up for those 10 points, they're like, all right, well, here is some tertiary objectives. So it's a way to make up those 10 points from the paint score if you are not fully painted. Those things were slay the warlord, so kill their warlord for 4 points. First strike, so destroying unit round 1 for 3 points. And last man standing, so have more stuff at the end, have more units at the end than your opponent does.
Mm-hmm.
So my second game was against a fully painted Salamander's force. It's very nice. I've talked to this guy a bit, but I've never actually played him before, so it was nice to finally like be able to roll dice with him. But that one was tough because it was Salamanders, a lot of flamers. Kroot do not like a lot of flamers, so I had to play super cagey. And then near the end of the game, he had both of the chapter master models, whose name I don't remember, Vulcan and the other guy.
Wanting Fire. Who are it? Who are the named characters in Salamanders? I know you know. You own at least one of them.
But yeah, so I was like 3 points behind, and on my last turn, I just like, no, 4 points behind. And on my last turn, I just threw everything into his warlord, Vulcan, to try and finish him off. So it was like charging units, throwing grenades into the units, just everything I could to just like get those warlord kills. Because I had to work for those 10 points that he had. And with a grenade, I was able to just dome the guy and get a tie, actually. But it was a good game. I would say that probably in retrospect, I had I want to be a good opponent, so I gave him a lot of takebacks, which it's a store level event. I don't really care if it's an actual GT. That's more of a tough toenails situation.
I don't like that comparison. That's gross. Don't say that. Never say that again.
Sorry, what?
Never say that again.
What, tough toenails?
Yeah, that. Don't stop. Stop it.
Tough toenails, Binky.
Chat, make him stop.
But yeah, no, all in all, yeah. So he had both of them. Vulcan ran up, rocked somebody's shit, and then I just threw everything I could at Vulcan to try and get rid of him to get for the Slay of the Warlord points. So with that, I was able to get a tie, which is fun. I like ties. Ties are fun. It's
Especially when they have lots
with a
of
game
colors.
with 100 points total, it's very difficult to get a tie. How was your second game?
Well, Scott, I have a question for you before I can answer that.
Okay.
What would you say is one of my most used units?
Crusader bricks
Okay, true.
or Blade Guard.
True. I'm thinking of something that I've used this entire edition.
Repulsor Executioner.
Mm-hmm. Getting closer. We're getting closer. You're in the ballpark.
Okay.
You're in the ballpark.
Land Raider.
Land Raider.
Crusader.
No. That's got.
Oh.
Land Raider Redeemer.
Redeemer. Okay.
Which is really cool because it has a lot of flamethrowers.
Yes. And the grenade keyword.
And the grenade keyword. Cut this bit off real quick. And I stabbed myself. I always forget it has the grenade keyword. You're entirely right. That might have been relevant at one point later on. But anyway, yes, I was playing Land Raider Redeemer, which is the big flamer variant. Which is perfect because I played up against Blood Angels in my second game. And let me tell you, boy, oh boy, does the Land Raider Redeemer like playing against Blood Angels.
Oh boy, does it like redeeming.
I saw that and I said, sweet. He has a bunch of low model count units, a bunch of 5-man JPIs, a couple units of whatchamacallit. What's the special Blood Angel jump pack unit that's not Death Company? The other one?
Sanguinary Guard.
Sanguinary Guard. It's Sanguinary Guard. He had a big brick of Death Company, which is going to be a problem eventually, but otherwise he had Sanguinary Guard and JPI. And boy, oh boy, did the Land Raider Redeemer have a great time. Because every time because I just parked that kind of in the center right side of the board, every time they came in, it just ate something. Like, on his turn, it ate something. On my turn, it ate something. It was eating so well. It was fantastic. But yeah, so that one, basically I said, I parked that on that one side of the board, and it like locked it down for the entire game. Turn one, I brought in the what's it called, the drop pod with 10 Hellblasters and a lieutenant. They deleted a unit of Hellblasters put in work. They came in, they deleted a unit, a small unit of Sanguinary Guard. They didn't kill the captain that was attached. And then the captain like moved and they overwatched him. Specifically, he moved. I think I got like 3 or 4 hits. He managed to save most of them. I think I might have done maybe 2 wounds. But then two or 3 of my Hellblasters blew up, and they got shot again. So I checked with Sean, or Jeff and Sean. So I was like, hey, they were shooting Overwatch. When they blow up, I get to roll and see if they shoot again. I rolled good. They get to shoot again. Do they shoot as if they are in Overwatch, or do they shoot as if normal? And they said normal. So now
Which I believe is right.
That was what we determined. That seemed like I wanted to be sure. I didn't want to just like be like, no, that's right. So I wanted to get like an actual official ruling on it. But yes, we ruled that it was right, and we all agreed, and it destroyed the captain. Then they got charged by I think just regular assault intercessors, and the assault intercessors put in a decent amount of work. I think like 1 or 2 Hellblasters survived. 1 or 2 might have shot off some pistols too, which was funny. And then the lieutenant did a lot of damage, and basically the squad ultimately like I don't think I fully wiped the assault intercessor squad, but I did pretty good. So like on his turn, I killed 2 of his units, I think.
Yeah.
Then like basically kept kind of became a bit of a fight over the center. My blade guard were like way up on the top of the board, I think. And kind of not out of position, but they were like they pushed into his back zone essentially. So they weren't really there to hold to the center. So it's like I dropped a unit of Sword Brethren, killed what was on it. He brought another unit, killed them, and I brought the other unit of Sword Brethren and killed them. It was like went back and forth the entire time. But it was a decent fun game.
That sounds like a good game to me.
Yeah, I was able to press all the way into his back line with the Impulsor and the Blade Guard. So I took his home objective towards the end, which was pretty big. Because that was the one where if you held your home objective, and so if you held your home objective, you got more points on the other 3. So that was good.
Okay, so it was Linchpin.
Linchpin, yes. He did manage to take mine from me at one point because he deep striked Dante. And what I should have done was rapid ingress my repulsor executioner down, but I think I forgot about it or something. What I should have done is probably because I debated putting it down like in the center there where you couldn't do that. But what I probably should have done is put it down in such a way that when he came, because he obviously he rapid ingress. That's what it was. I think I don't remember exactly what happened actually. I know they were watching it or looking at it. I was like, okay, I should have done this earlier, and then I could have destroyed them with the repulsor executioner, but I didn't. But it kind of worked out. He ended up bringing his Death Company in his back line. He probably should have brought them down earlier. I saw a spot where he could have come in and like utterly destroyed some of my scouts because my scouts sat on my home objective the entire game. Not my home objective, on the like topmost objective from my perspective the entire game. just scoring me points when you could have brought down Death Company and at least eliminated them and then contested that objective. But no, it was fun. Redeemer was having a grand old time, so I can't complain too much.
Okay.
Yeah. So how was your last game, Scott?
Not good. Not good. So that one was against Custodes, right? And I thought, oh, hey, okay, I know Custodes pretty well. I know they're going to have problems with board control. I know that I have a decent amount of mortal wound sources in order to deal with them. And then I didn't listen to a wise man when a wise man once said, "Don't get cocky, kid."
Mm.
So yeah, well, okay, it wasn't even that. It's just like, okay, I threw in my Crutox Riders or Rampagers because they do mortal wounds on the charge to try to tie them up, and because they're very inconvenient to kill. Also, the mortal wounds are just very good at smacking through Custodes, right? Until you whiff all of your rolls. It's like,
Oh.
that's not good. Okay, this is gonna be an uphill fight now, ain't it? And then it was just downhill from there because I could not get anything to work. I was throwing grenades and those whiffed. I was throwing railguns and I didn't miss or fail a single railgun wound, but he made all the invulns. Like, okay.
And that's so fun when you're on the other side of it, is it, Scott?
Yeah, well, it was I mean, there was also a couple misplays too, like don't get me wrong. I definitely overextended with my Riptide, so he was able to run in and kill it before he was able to actually like deal with anything, because that would have also had a pretty decent time dealing with his stuff. So that was a misplay on my part, but
Yeah, that's fair. Misplays happen.
misplays happen. So I I'm trying to figure out what to take away from the tournament itself. But like I lost that one fairly handedly, but I think there's a couple of parts of luck to it, but I think I know where I messed up. I don't think it was a list building issue. I think I had the tools in my list to actually deal with that. I just
Mm-hmm.
need to A, play it differently, and B, not whiff all of my rolls.
That definitely helps. Ah.
So yeah, not a super exciting game. But
Eh.
guy had watched the channel apparently, so that was nice.
Do what?
Guy had watched the channel apparently, and I was also able to teach him some things for custodes on like things they can do and certain combos.
Ah, that's nice. Good guy Scott over here.
Because he didn't know, so he had Inquisitor Draxus, which is a very strong piece that is very popular with custodes right now. One of the big things it does is it puts out a pretty mean amount of shooting. But one of the other things that it does is as a spell or a psychic power where you can't be shot outside of 18 inches, which he was not tracking that part. He was very enamored by the shooting profile and did not know about that part. It's like, oh, hey,
Oh, I thought that's
don't
why
forget
you.
this.
I thought that was why you brought
That
it in. Custodes was for the not being able to get shot.
Me too. I didn't know. He was the one that he taught me about it's actually like insane amount of shooting.
I mean, you've seen the shooting on the channel.
Right, but not with I've never used Inquisitor Draxus before.
Yeah, but I have.
Oh, I guess I have, yeah. It's just I haven't put them on the custode, so I haven't like stacked those buffs together. Because usually put them with the custodian guard squad, because they have they either reroll wound rolls of 1 or reroll all wounds if they are standing on an objective, which is a very good way to fish for her dev wounds.
Sounds about right. um,
So yeah,
debating. Should I put, so this comes with a grab pistol. Should I put that on, or should I put this Black Templar flamer pistol bit?
I think the Black Templar Flamer pistol is the right answer there. That sounds more accurate for you.
I think that's accurate, yeah. If anyone asks, it's totally a grab pistol. Oh, this is like leaking. Ugh. Is that broken? Or am I just like, I'm just like bending it because I've got plastic glue over my hands. At least it smells good. Nice and sweet.
So yeah, ended the tournament with a win, a tie, and a loss. And best Xenos player.
You're welcome, by the way.
Thanks, bud.
I placed higher than you, and yet you got prize support, and I did not.
That's what you get for playing one of the 17 Imperium factions in the 12-person tournament.
No, you got me there.
Well, what was your last? Tell me about your last game, Brendan.
So my last game.
You did so much better than me.
Well, I, spoiler alert, got 2 wins, so I did do better than you. My last one was actually, I believe, against your first opponent, Votan.
Also, oh hey, Brendan. Yeah, that was my first opponent.
Hey, Scott. I think you meant to say, oh, hey, Tristan.
Oh.
Oh, Scott.
Well.
Oh, sweet Neptune.
Regardless.
Anyway, yes, so I played against Votan, famously. Not a favorite of mine to play against. Won't even lie, not going to sugarcoat it. Not a faction I have a great history with, even though I have Votan. We did bust up laughing.
Right, you do have Votan.
I do have Votan. We ended up busting up laughing for a solid 10 minutes. Because I told him about my Votan. We ended up laughing for about a good 10 minutes or so about call marks. That went over well. But yes, so I played against Votan. I put the Land Raid Redeemer and the Repulsor Executioner into Deep Strike. So I had both of those. And that ended up being a pretty good decision because he was really like, this list shines when it goes second and when it gets to play mind games, and I got to do both of those. And so he was genuinely scared of where exactly that Repulsor Executioner was going to come down, especially for Black Templars, because it's really scary within 12 inches. And he was really worried about where that Redeemer was going to come down. So he was very cagey those first couple turns, which is kind of what I needed to kind of start moving in. And it went pretty good for the first couple turns. We got into a weird, dumb scout versus like scout vehicle fight where like he shot my scouts, didn't kill them. I charged his little scout dudes. I ended up killing most of them. They charged my scouts with this little like bike vehicle thing, and they ended up fighting one scout in this one vehicle. Ended up fighting each other for basically the entire match, which was funny. And because of that, no one really controlled that objective for a good chunk of the match. The other one, my scouting impulsor managed to get up, drop my blade guard, wipe out a bunch of dudes, and then take the other objective. So it kind of became a big fight in the center. He was like, man, I just kind of got to go for it. I said, have at it. He did it. He moved a bunch of stuff in the center, dropped it. I dropped the Redeemer, came around the corner. Didn't do so great on my burning, which was unfortunate. But between that and my Sword Brother, I managed to clear out a bunch of it. The big problem I have with Votan is their land fortresses hit like a truck, and they're really hard to kill.
Correct.
And they're way harder to kill than you would think. And so I managed to kill one. I dropped my... That's why I had the Eradicators in Deep Strike. They came down. I gave them lethal hits with the stratagem. I did a lot of damage to the one truck. I managed to kill it, I think, with a... I think it was with the Stormbolter off the Redeemer. Which, Scott, you may have noticed.
The humble Stormbolter?
The humble Stormbolter. Doubt ye not the humble Stormbolter. which I know everyone in the store noticed because I went, yes, I killed it with the storm bolter and punched my fist, and I yelled at the top of my lungs. That was great. That was best top moment of the game. That was amazing. Um,
Play the game.
so I managed to kill it. I struggled much harder to kill the other one. I think I got like two of the heavy laser destroyers through with their repulsor executioner, and they made the save. And it's like, oh
Yep.
no, like that's not good at all. And it went a little down from there, a little downhill from there. I'm not gonna lie, but I did end up winning. However, there is an asterisk on it. I did win, um, but I did so because we ran out of time. I think we were in the last like 15 minutes. We had just finished round. Like it literally came down to where like we had like less than 5 minutes left. We had just finished round 3. We talked through round 4, and then it was like dice down. So we didn't have time to do round 5. With round 5, he probably could have won. It would have been a bit of a close game, but I was running out of assets, and he was in a much better position than I was. But that's what it came down to. I did play as if mine was not painted, even though mine mostly was way more painted than his was. At least I had a couple like undid bases, and my general policy is like, hey, if you got unpainted stuff, I have like unpainted, unbased stuff. We'll both count as unpainted and not worry about it.
Yeah.
If you're fully painted, I just have unbases. Hey, if you want me to count as unpainted, that's fine too. If you're like count as painted, I'll take it. Right? That's my general policy. Like I want the match to be even. I don't like it being anything off. And because I haven't been in a tournament in a year, I didn't know about the tertiary scoring because we didn't used to do that. So I was
Right. That's more of a newer thing at our store.
yeah. So we got to the end, and he was like, "Oh, hey, we need tertiary scoring." And I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" I was like, because I won by like 10 points. Like it was genuinely like, if I had been paying, it would have been the paint score. And he's like, "Oh yeah, let me start adding that up." I was like, "Hold on, wait, I wasn't even tracking that." And I was like mentally, I was like, "Man, if I lose because I lost points that I didn't know I could score, I'm gonna be very upset." Like for real. But then it worked out. It was still like a 2 point difference. It was a good game. It was a real good game. Like I said, if he had
Yeah,
more
no,
time,
he's a good dude. I like
yeah,
him. I'd want to play him again.
I'm pretty sure. Do you know if he has Grey Knights?
Uh, I don't know that answer actually.
I think he does. I think his shirt was a Grey Knight in the back. And if I am correct, I have actually played him before. I've played him with some lit. I think with my I feel a little bad because it was my first company task force list. I guess Jeff says yes. I'm assuming that's about the Grey Knight question. Um, I played him with first company task force, which is like considered a very like the worst Space Marine detachment. And in fact, I can't even run it anymore because Black Templars no longer have access to it because we lost Oath of Moment.
Yeah.
But I played it and I beat him really bad with it, in large part because I had that Land Raider Redeemer and it went roughshod on his Grey Knights. And that was, I think, when he was relatively new to the store, so I feel kind of bad for that. I was like, ooh,
Brendan, why are you bullying new people?
I don't
Also,
mean
hi
to.
Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. Jeff, look at my techmarine. Ah, that's a little wonky, buddy. Begging
Oh
you here.
God, no longer look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at
I'm
it.
looking at him. I'm ugly and I'm proud. Is there glue on this? I feel like it's barely glued. More super glue. There are few of life's problems that cannot not be dealt with the correct application of super glue and explosives.
Or in case you superglue something too much.
Right. Implying there is such a thing. Actually, real talk for any people that are kind of new to the hobby. A good way to deal with something that's super glued is just to stick it in the freezer.
But not plastic glue.
Not
That trick
plastic.
does not work with plastic glue.
No, it is not. Plastic
Because
glue,
plastic glue actually fuses the things together.
yeah,
It melts the plastic and puts it together. While super glue just creates
a
its own
bond.
like third substance.
I will say, you can still get stuff off if it's plastic glued together. A lot of people say that and kind of treat it like it's permanent, but it's still based on the surface area that's touching each other. So if you didn't actually put that much surface area on it, you can kind of twist and pop it off without any real damage. I've done that. It's really useful for
And
like
today, I have a knife, so it's coming off.
you can get it off eventually. I'm just saying that you can. A lot of people think you can't do it without like heavily damaging it, and that's not strictly true. I've done that a few times where I've just twisted it head and popped it off and swapped it with whatever I was wanting to swap it with. All right, techmarine, techmarine. I need to figure out how to attach this power pack because there's not a whole lot of surface area to work with here.
Well, Brendan, what would you say your takeaways were from the tournament? Do you feel like that's a good competitive list? Do you feel like you'd want to run it more? Do you, do you have any thoughts about that? Or you're just like, yeah, we're just fucking around?
So based on my experience, I don't think Orbital Assault Force is going to shake up the meta. However, I do think it is a bit of a what's the term, like a black horse pick, a white horse pick.
Dark
It's a
horse?
dark horse. It's a bit of a dark horse pick because you can do some really goofy stuff with it that you could, depending on your local meta, you could probably throw people off their game because no one really expects a deep striking land raider. Like you don't plan, no one plans for that. You know what I mean? You don't
Yeah,
build your list with that in mind.
it can win an RTT.
Yeah, like I said, I definitely could have played better, and I probably could have placed. I might have been able to get top three. I will always like. I am forever just outside of top three. This has been a consistent thing in my like tournament
Always
playing
bridesmaid,
career,
never the bride.
pretty much. Um, that being said, like, it's doable. I think it has some. I think there is some play in there. It's just like there's a lot of luck involved. Like it's not very intentional, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
and it kind of falls. You have to play completely different if you have go against an opponent that can very easily screen you out.
Well, that's the
Like
thing.
guard.
Well, yeah, but I will say it's not. So that's kind of the other thing is a lot of people when they see you have a lot of deep strike, they say, okay, I need to screen out my backfield. The list as I have built it, I don't care. Like I'm not gonna like tell you like don't do it. I'm not going back there because if I have the opportunity, I will. But my list is designed to take the midfield and fight you over there. So the more units you put into the backfield, the better for me because now I don't have to deal with those units. They're not in the fight for the first couple of turns, which is where I'm going to shine. So I think
Yeah,
it like I said, it's goofy. I wouldn't take it to like a GT or any like a major or anything like that unless I was just going to have a good time. But and it's fun, but you don't take it expecting to win.
yeah, that's fair. Like I feel like it would probably fall apart against my crew because I have enough just cheap screeners that, sure, I'll leave stuff in the back. Sure, I'll put stuff in the middle too. Oh, and you're back? All right, I'll put stuff back there too. I got stuff to go around. Have fun, kid.
Yeah, well, and like you have a lot of scouts and stuff too, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So like that can shut down even the drop pod, and like that was the other issue I kind of ran into against the guard list. I have the drop pod. The drop pod really likes going into Space Marines, and it also really likes going into elites. It will chew them up. Hellblasters with plasma guns overcharging will chew up Space Marines and elites. They will punch up. However, they will not go in. They will kill a bunch of guard, but they are not making their points back. Like, that was the other thing. I kind of because of that, I think I talked myself out of dropping. So I don't think I actually dropped the drop pod. I don't know if I dropped it all that game. Certainly not for a good chunk of it. which was absolutely a mistake. All right, I swear this is the only time I'm gonna say this on the stream, but I need my Vaseline.
Hell yeah.
I thought that would at least get some kind of comment out of Scott.
Sorry, I'm focusing. I'm airbrushing right now.
How's that going?
Going all right. I'm getting in a lot of the block colors.
Very nice, very nice. Also, side note for anyone that doesn't know, the reason I have pulled out Vaseline is because I'm filling in this gap a little bit with some green stuff. And Vaseline, I don't know exactly why, but it doesn't stick to the green stuff.
Yeah, it repels it, so it doesn't get stuck to yourself. You can actually like work with it for longer.
Yeah. I don't know why, but
Also,
and
here in Colorado, Vaseline is a pretty staple thing to have with trying to keep your hands from bleeding.
what?
Yeah, it's a it can keep your hands moisturized, so your hands not bleeding.
I don't. Do your hands bleed?
I mean, when I first moved here, like
Oh,
going from the 112% humidity of Alabama to the negative 112% humidity of Colorado was my knuckles would like start cracking and bleeding when it got to the fall,
huh.
just because the air is so dry.
I mean, I went from Oklahoma to Georgia and then here, so I can't. So it's pretty similar, but really for me, it was mostly an issue of my lips get chapped very easily up here. That's kind of the main thing. I get really bad chapped lips.
Yeah, I don't get that as much, but for me, yeah, for me it's more like my knuckles will start cracking and bleeding a little bit.
It's fair. It's fair. All right. How long does it take green stuff to cure?
Uh, I wouldn't paint it for at least a day.
Okay. Because what I think I'll do, or what I think I can do, is I can just. I filled in the gap and I want to glue it to the back. I should be fine. Just put super glue on it, and it should be okay. The green stuff will kind of cure back there, and if anything, it should solidify the bond a little bit more. I really need to get like. I have a fair bit of green stuff. I should get some like green stuff, like rollers and stuff, from our sponsor.
Regardless,
Not, but if they were.
we don't have a sponsor. You stop.
I mean, we have an affiliate,
We have an affiliate. Who's that affiliate, Brendan?
War Games Atlantic. What can they get at War
Oh
Games
my
Atlantic?
God. You can get a lot of War Games Atlantic, including a bunch of different guardsmen. What do you think my guardsmen were for Saturday or Sunday? They were War Games Atlantic.
What do you think my uh Penal Legionnaires are? War Games Atlantic. Honestly, this is real talk.
What do you think
That
my Tau are? Those are Games Workshop. But
but you could proxy them from War Games Atlantic.
link in the description below. But yeah, so I think, okay, so after that tournament though, I think I have like two major debates. I think I'm happy with most of the list, right? I think my two major debates is, do I want to turn the stealth suits into Pathfinders?
What would that get
Um,
you?
what would that get me? Let me check that in points wise. So, um, stealth suits are tougher, a T4. They have a 3-up save. They
Mhm.
also have stealth. It's in the name.
They are
But
also
you have
suits,
to
so they
take
are
them in
quite dapper.
Yep. They are 20 points more though than a Pathfinder team. But what they do is whatever I marker light gets reroll ones to hit and wound, which is pretty good.
It's pretty solid.
The Pathfinders can benefit their own unit. So they can have the special weapons in them, such as the rail rifles, such as the ion blasters, and still benefit from marker lights. And as well, like I said, they are 20 points cheaper. So with that, I could save 40 points, and I don't know what I would do with that 40 points. I guess I could get another single crew tox to screen things out, but
I don't feel like you're hurting for screening.
no, I'm not really hurting for screening.
Let's see our previous statement. Previous conversation.
So, yeah, yeah. The other debate is if I want to stick with the rail rifles or the ion rifles for the Pathfinders I do have. Rail rifles have dev wounds. However, since they can't benefit from the stealth suits marker lights, I can't get rerolls to help fish for those dev wounds. But they are still strength 10 AP 4 3 damage, so they'll like punch a hole through a Space Marine's head.
Joke's on you. That's not that difficult. They don't wear helmets.
That's fair.
That's
Other side of it is the ion rifles can be AP. What was it? AP 3 2 damage. AP 2 2 damage, but gets 3 shots out of it.
Yes, Wanting Fire, that is a lot of Space Marines heads. That is what happens when you have been collecting Space Marines for the better part of 6 years. across two different game systems.
That's the other pro tip. Keep your bits. You never know when you want to use them for something.
Yeah. I just pulled out a Black Templar bit that is probably from like Sword Brethren box or something. Which reminds me, I need to go through and actually cut out. Ow. Find a way to secure this. It's not wanting to stay on. No, that's still spinning. I can't win. Oh, stuff that's super glued is falling apart.
You spin me right round, baby. Oh, hi, Biddy.
Spin right round, Biddy, right round.
Oh my gosh, this little ass monster has been worrying me the past couple days, right?
Oh.
She hasn't been eating her dry food. I'm like, oh no, is she sick? No.
Oh.
No, she just doesn't like the dry food anymore. It's like, really?
You
I've been
can't.
feeding you this same bread for years, and now you decide to get sassy about it?
So you switched to a different brand, she ate it?
Yeah, yeah. I first found I first tried it with like I thought maybe okay, maybe she has a toothache or something and is not liking dry food because it's like hard to chew. And then I gave her some dry treats and she ate those up. It's like, oh. So I borrowed some dry food and yeah. Yeah.
So she's just a punk, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, so now I need to get new dry food.
For Miss
And
Ma'am.
somebody is a little picky monster. I love her, but she's a little monster. She's my little monster.
My little monsters are barking at something. I don't know what. I don't think they do either. But yeah. That's how my night's going. Alright. I need something to cover that giant hole. That might work. We have officially moved on to the part of the kit bash where I just start putting on random little bits.
Yeah, um I had to go through my bits box and I don't know, Duncan Rhodes put out a good little like terrain video where he just like put a bunch of things from his bits box onto some soda cans and it actually looked really good.
Oh, I think I actually saw the preview for that. I don't think I didn't
Yeah,
sit
no,
down and
that one
watch
was
it.
pretty
But
good. It wasn't like how to build a specific thing. It was more of just like, hey, this is how we used to do it. Just like start grabbing random stuff and shove them together and see what happens.
i.e., the deodorant land speeder. What?
Oh, what?
Is that what you're doing on Tinder, Scott?
idea.
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
You just saying random things now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I just kind of start letting. Eventually, I just let the mouth go on autopilot and things come out.
That tracks. That makes sense. That I believe you, Scott. No. Okay, I'm gonna have to find a way to get this to stay on there until it dries. I may not be able to kit batch any further.
Oh no!
Do they bark every night or just every Tuesday? It's mostly every night. It's not this bad most nights. I think it's mostly because my wife's not here and I'm not in bed. Like if I lay in the bed,
How
they don't
dare
care
you.
nearly as much. All right, not at all suspicious Citadel color holder that allegedly fits in here. Let's read his orange for it.
For the doodad.
There we go. The thing.
The nozzle.
I love how the thing refers to like 3 or 4 different like engineering projects throughout history.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is just a generally good descriptor.
Much better than the snark. You ever hear about that, Scott?
That sounds familiar.
It was a missile program. Uh, Allegedly so terrible and crashed into the ocean so often. The joke was that it was snark infested waters.
Well,
Yep.
they were getting snarky.
Yeah, the 50s were a good time for that. Not a great time for a lot of things, but a good time for snark. But yes, Jeff will be playing good old Brew Brothers here soon on the channel.
Yeah, so coming this weekend on Saturday, Jonathan and I will be duking it out in Star Wars Legion as voted by you, the people.
The people
The people.
who are never wrong.
Um,
Wink, wink.
wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Uh, and then on Sunday, voted on by also you, the people. Tim and Jeff put it up for your grabs on what they play, and you guys voted Imperium for Tim. Jeff was a bit more specific, and technically, I guess Guard won that vote, but them and GSC was neck and neck. So we're just gonna split the difference, and he's gonna play Brood Brothers. So y'all have fun with that. Also, we just played Guard last Sunday, so we don't want to.
A little more variety,
Yeah.
and it was almost a tied vote, so it was just too perfect to not do it.
Because also, I think right now Guard might be our most played army on the channel at this point.
I believe it. I kind of went a little guard heavy at one point, so that would track.
Oh, nope, it's a tie between Astra Militarum and Black Templar.
That would also track.
With
All
Death Guard in
right.
third place at 8 times that they've been played.
Look at this little guy. I like how he's coming out. He's a cool little semi-unit Space Marine. Oh,
Nope,
man.
I lied. It is just Black Templars. I leaned forward and put this weekend, but I put Astra Militarum for this coming weekend. So,
Haha.
first place is Black Templar. Second is a tie between Astra Militarum and Death Guard.
Huh. I wouldn't have thought Death Guard
Third
were
is
that
a
high.
tie between Chouse and Tau Empire.
Chouse being Chaos Space Marines, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's definitely not Chaos Knights.
Yep. And we've only had demons on like twice. that I can think of.
Chaos Demons we've had on twice. Chaos Knights we've had on twice, but we haven't had them in 31 streams. We need to fix that.
We do. You people couldn't vote. And my wife is home. That helps with the dogs.
The wife is home. Here comes the Crimson Chin.
It's kind of the... But yeah, real quick on the embarking. That's kind of the downside to having a corgi is that they are herding dogs. They're very much alert dogs. Like they're not going to be like a guard dog where they're going to like bite anyone. But if there is something there, they're going to tell you, for better or worse.
Not guard dogs, but you'll know that there's something needing guarding against.
Yeah, essentially. They're good dogs. They're just very vocal dogs, is what it is.
Oh yeah, they're good. They're good boys. Even the girl.
And Jeff said he wants, quote, all the Baneblade.
How many points is a Baneblade these days?
Like 400 or 500, depending on, I think.
Okay, so we could, in theory, bring 2.
You do up to 1,000 points.
I believe so. I believe it's up to half your army can be Astra Militarum.
Well, unfortunately for him, we only have access to 1 currently.
Well, but
So I now have the Crimson Chin song stuck in my head.
you're welcome.
Here
I
comes
don't know if
the
that's
Crimson
a
Chin.
song, it's more of a medley.
I guess that's true. A stinger, if you will. Perkysaurus says triple to spoiler list. I would support this. Actually, no, I'm thinking of defilers. Spoiler. What is despoiler? Brain no worky. Brain know what despoiler is. Brain not tell me.
Brain leave you guessing.
Scott, what despoiler?
Huh?
What's a despoiler?
Oh, isn't that a Chaos Knight?
I guess it is. I thought there was something else called a despoiler too. To warhammer.com.
Yeah, it's a Knight chassis.
Make despoiler.
There's also Yabba Abaddon, the despoiler. But he's a big old weenie, so...
They're also despoilers in Horus Heresy.
Oh, true.
Triple despoilers with the twin Gatling cannons. I was thinking defilers. Oh, if we get a new defiler kit, I'm buying one. They're so dumb, but I love them so very much.
Hell, I love the old ones. They're still dumb.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's just that, but just like a modern kit, I'll be more than happy. I'll be having a great time.
Yeah, I definitely think if I played Chaos Space Marines or Thousand Suns, it would definitely start with 3 despoilers and go from there.
Bless you, Scott.
Something about the vehicle detachment for Thousand Suns just really speaks to me. The fact that you can effectively put landmines on objectives that you control.
Oh, speaking of which, of Chaos Space Marines for you, actually, did you see that they officially announced the next Alpha Legion book?
Oh, I did. That'll be fun. The last one was a lot of fun. I like the last one, and is a good character.
You're welcome, first of all.
Well, thanks, buddy. Don't let it go to your head.
Never. I'm only batting like 2 for 2 or 2 for 3 with you in your books. That came out really good. I am very happy with this kit bash. This power pack is still giving me a little trouble, but that'll be okay. It's good enough.
Hey, Oh, please don't knock over my paint water. Oh, please don't do that.
Please stop. Just stop. Please reconsider. Thank you, but reconsider. But please reconsider.
Thank you. I love you, you little monster. Please stop.
Not gonna have a whole lot of Black Templar iconography on him. I mean, he has some. I don't know what else I can do. I think if I put some on his power pack real quick, that'll help a little bit. Ooh, Percusaurus posted some Bane Blades in the Discord. Let me
Boys in
see.
chat.
Let me see. Of course he has 5. Of course he does.
Why do you have 5?
Does anything... I don't think Percusaurus is capable of surprising me anymore.
I don't know. Percusaur. I feel like Percusaurus is someone who never half-asses anything.
He goes in with the
Man after my
whole
own
ass.
heart.
Man said, I want a guard army. About 75 of them. Man said, I want the whole Imperial Guard. Oh, you want 2,000 points? No. I want every active member of the Imperial Guard circa M42. Please don't put that on the right way. Yeah. I put that on backwards. I did not. It's fine. Okay, that's better. It's not pulling it that direction anymore. I mean, he's got a fair bit of Black Templar iconography. I just feel like it needs more.
Oh,
It's an old meme, but it checks
that's
out.
fair. That is very nice of you.
No, I wasn't paying
Wait,
attention.
Baneblade.
He says he has 5 because he gave 1 away.
Wait a minute. Hold on. That makes sense now. I was thinking, oh, he had 5, and then he gave 1 away. No, I didn't. Okay. Yep. No, I'm seeing it now.
You guys gotta be. You gotta give Scott some time. He just takes a minute sometimes. We love him, but he needs a minute.
It's been a long week.
Yeah, I don't feel like dealing with that.
On Tuesday.
Hey, it's the middle of the week tomorrow, so there's that. Kind of like last week was a long week too, Scott.
Yeah. Recurring theme.
It seems to happen to you a lot.
Silly things seem to happen to our team a lot at work.
Yeah. Why is that, Scott?
I'm not going to get into that right now.
Well, that's fair.
Not going to get into that right now. I'm going to say lack of training, and it's not on our side.
Okay. That tracks with what you have told me previously.
All right. Have a good night, Wanting Fire. Feel better.
All right. Have a good
Also,
night,
still
Wildfire.
very kind of you, Perky. I mean, I don't know if I don't think the Baneblade is going to be any good, but like, damn, is it iconic? I don't think anyone would ever run a Baneblade and be sad.
Well, if it gets blown up turn 1, maybe.
Okay, maybe, but
New model syndrome hits harder on some models than more on some models than others. Hits harder on
like
certain models than others.
Round one before roll off, no one's going to be sad to be running a Baneblade.
That is a fair assessment. I would agree with that. All right. I mean, I'm gonna do his main armor in black. That'll help. Not that you see it. You see a decent amount of it. The idea is he's kind of just wearing Mechanicus robes over the top of his armor. Just trying to think. It needs something else to be more Black Templar. I just don't know what.
Gold.
I love gold. This lantern for the power pack. Power pack immediately starts falling apart and shifting off. I trusted you. What other lies have I been told by the council? There's your first mistake, buckaroo.
So one of the upgrades that Pathfinders can take is a recon drone. Brendan, you know, generally speaking, the like Tau aesthetic.
Yes.
Okay, if I was to tell you recon drone, what would appear in your mind's eye?
It would be floaty, vaguely
Okay.
circular on the top, have that like, hat conical hat design they kind of have. Modestly unfortunate, but that's neither here nor there. And probably a big camera kind of hanging below it a little bit.
How big would you say this thing would be?
I don't know. I think a decent like 25 millimeter, 28 millimeter base maybe.
Okay. So about the size of a regular like gun drone or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so not something bigger than a stealth suit.
The drone is bigger than the stealth suit.
That has a disc about the size of a $50.
It's like a 30, 40 millimeter base.
Nope. Still same 28 millimeter flying base.
No, I mean like about the size of that.
Yeah. So let's see. I got a little measurement here. About 32 millimeters across. And for extra stealth and recon, burst cannon.
Oh, well, there is such a thing as recon by fire.
That was, in those Helldivers missions that they dropped last week, that was Tristan and I on occasions when things went inevitably sideways.
Well, technically, you do recon on fire before you know something's there. The idea that there is something there, it'll shoot back. Ooh,
That's fair. That is fair.
Tristan's working on some Melta Dominions. That's fun.
Ooh. Yeah, I need to get back to painting the sisters at some point. I think right now my priorities are get the 40K, get the Tau stuff painted for the tournament next month. Because there's not that many. I guess the main thing after this is just basing 30 models, I want to say.
I mean, at least with basing, it's really easy to do it in batches.
Oh, yeah. It's just for the way I have these things based, I'll need to pop the guys off their current bases, but that's not that big of a deal.
That's fair.
So that's first priority. Second priority is going to be the Necrons. Get them ready for the channel.
Very nice. Very nice.
I would like to have them in the next couple months.
As would we.
And then the Sororitas for the girly.
The girly, but also the channel.
Well, because hers are, for the most part, block painted in at this point. It's more of just like details and highlights and shades.
That reminds me, that's something else they announced today. A new Sororitas book.
Yeah, for What's-Her-Putts with the banner.
Let's say the one I actually was thinking about including in this army, funnily enough.
Oh.
I was thinking about...
No, I thought you were talking about thinking about adding Judith to your army.
That's the one on the flying one, right?
That's the flying pulpit.
Okay. That one I did have an idea for a chaplain on bike, where I was going to use the pulpit.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. So she wouldn't be in the in the army, but her pulpit would be.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I gotta bend this real quick. Hold on. Focusing. But no, I like the. I was thinking for that one where it's got the banner, doing her as like a Joan of Arc thing and running her as like a ancient.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Or Emperor's Champion.
Emperor's Champion would be funny. Yeah, I'm very much to the point in my Black Templar collection that one, I've got a pretty decent collection of like models that are like useful and good. That I'm kind of just wanting to do fun little conversions and stuff. Like this Techmarine. I've already got a Techmarine. I don't need two Techmarines. Techmarines isn't terrible. I could use two Techmarines every once in a while, but I don't need two Techmarines. Okay. Power back is gonna come off. Like,
It's very freeing when you're like no longer have to get the minimums to run your army and you can just mess around.
Yeah, I can just be a goofy goop.
Just a goofy goob.
Just a goofy little guy. Yeah, it's kind of where I'm at currently. Yeah. So expect to see more fun and silly Kit Bash ideas like that, especially on this stream. All right, I'm just gonna. Oh, now all this stuff's coming off.
Oh, geez, not the stuff. Also, you're welcome, Tristan. Like I said, Merry Belated Christmas.
All right, I'm just gonna leave the power pack off and let the green stuff cure because it's not wanting to.
May it serve you well.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this has come out. I think it's decent enough actually now. I can see the vision. Moderately concerned with the Omniscient Power Axe, but it looks cool. It's like really tall, but I kind of love it.
I feel like that's part of the aesthetic, though.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that
Also, that's how you get the really stuck-on bolts, right? WD-40 is Heresy, so you just need torque.
have I told you about the WD-40 scene from King of the Hill? I feel like I have.
Yeah, it's not. I've seen it. It's iconic.
It really is.
It really just like captures the humor of King of the Hill in just one very tidy scene.
One just little 3-second clip. Just one little 3-second clip. Really just like, yep, there it is. What makes Hank so great? He's practical to a fault. Side note, Scott, I can't help but notice you didn't laugh at the meme I sent to our group chat earlier.
When'd you send the meme to the group chat?
When we were discussing pulling data for
new
stuff.
tools. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, one day you'll understand that it is unfortunately not more complicated than it needs to be. It is actually arguably less complicated than it needs to be. If it was more complicated than it needed to be, it would work better.
It doesn't work well. I need more.
Instead of some kludged together thing as I try to understand how to get data transfer from one thing to another.
That's what USB drives are for.
No, that's not what I mean.
We appreciate you, Scott, and everything you've done to the channel. Or done for the channel, not to the channel.
Unto the channel, probably more accurate. What have I done?
Stop assaulting the channel.
Looks at the Excel score sheet in horror.
What have I done?
Excellent example of not complicated as it should be.
Excellent example of it could be worse. It can
Be
always be
better.
worse.
It could be better, but unfortunately for it to be better, it has to get worse first.
You're like a doctor. I can make you better, but it's going to get worse first.
It's like setting a bone, right? It's like sometimes you got to break it to fix it, unfortunately. And that's kind of where the so before we had the help of United Wargamer, I made a tool to enter scores into Excel, and then that thing exports it over to a file, which is then read in by OBS. Unfortunately, it was the best answer I could find because I couldn't find anything else putting out data, so I had to make my own kludgy thing. Yeah, it's a rough. It worked. It's still used for the non-40K days. A little rough.
Well, you know, if it's stupid and it works, Scott.
Aerospace engineer, we're not really taught to code. That is not the expectation for us.
Yeah, but you learned it for fun.
Sure. Actually, I learned it out of spite at work, and then applied it for fun to you guys.
Why did you learn it out of spite?
Because Tin and I get very upset about things.
And your only way that you know how to express that is code?
A spite coding to show people how things are actually supposed to work.
I see. In other news, Percusaurus says he's waiting for his new kill team. I have asked him
Ooh.
what kill team, and he has not said, which is modestly upsetting. Also, he said a pun, but I refused to give it the light of day. That was a good one. I'll give him that.
By acknowledging the pun right now.
I'm acknowledging its existence. I'm not reading it. That's what he wants. That's why he showed up here. That's why he shows up here, I believe, at this point.
Give him validation.
Give him the validation. I simply refuse.
Ooh, Shadow Hunt, because that's the Night Lords versus those dope ass sisters,
Oh, that's
the
right.
Obsidians.
Yeah, like it comes out this week or next week.
Yes? Question mark. I don't know. It's a real cool box though.
It is.
Time to
They're
get Brendan
gorgeous
to play
minis.
Kill Team again.
No. Oh God, why?
Why, God?
I have a question for God. Why?
It's still a good game system.
No, it's a good game system. I'm not arguing. I'm not
Your
gonna.
Kill Team is just harder to play.
Also true. I also have a lot of kill teams to be fair.
No,
It's
that's fair. The Kill Team that you brought was harder to play.
that's fair.
Because I was looking it up, and the strat is just like shield wall, and then have guys shoot the people off the front of the shield wall.
Yeah, it tracks. I just need more reps with it. I don't really know exactly what it does, so. And they can spike pretty hard. Like they are a little swingy because one dude with a shotgun can blow away one other model on its own. It just needs to do it like well. Kill team, try it today. Oh, hey, look. The battle suits are out of stock online.
That's valid.
As are the Wolf Scouts. Ooh, they have the Tyranid infestation terrain still up.
Yeah, we need to pick up some of that. I feel like that, well, okay, there's enough like terrain projects, but I feel like that'd be a nice add if we could make some area terrain with that.
It would definitely like help a lot. That's for sure. It would definitely help change things up. It'd be fun to do with like GSC or Tyranids or
Yeah.
some other
I
stuff.
think my next project is either going to be like rocks and stuff, like line of sight blocking rocks,
Mm-hmm.
or just go for trenches.
That foam has been sitting in your sunroom, in your Florida room for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I found the plans from SKS Props to make it. So to make like the ones that he has, and his look gorgeous. I'm not sure if I ever showed you the video for that, but
I don't think. Oh, very good. Use me.
yeah, he has his set up where you can use it for Trench Crusade, or you can make a couple extras and use it for 40k.
Hmm.
So I feel that'd be fun to have a trench board.
Side note: I just want it to be stated. I want it on record, both in text and now in voice, that Perkysaurus has confirmed, quote, "True, I live for tricking you into reading puns." I just want everyone to know that.
Oh yeah, no, there was no doubt. There was no doubt.
Kind of a bummer about the Death Watch kill team.
We're here
Like
to make you suffer.
it would have been genuinely basically cheaper to buy it in the actual launch box. The actual launch box came with 10 operatives, not just 5. 5
Oh
of
god.
them is $69. So it's $140
Oh,
for one full squad. Now mind you, this is the kill team like box version. So if they ever release them into 40k, it'll probably drop by a good like $12. But yeah.
still, yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. Good models though. I want them, but not at that price. Not there. That ain't it. I can tell you that. I can tell you that right now, Chief.
Ain't it?
That ain't it. All right. Oh, Techmarine is more or less done, to be honest. Can't really think of anything else I can do to him to make him more Black Templars than he already is.
Here, actually, while I'm remembering, let me link actually to all of y'all the SKS props trenches because it's a really very good design.
Sure about that?
Normally they make normally they make 40k or not. Sorry, normally they make cosplay gear. Actually, they are very big about making like cosplay props.
Mm-hmm. That would explain the name, yeah.
Um, but he just got really enamored by Trench Crusade, so kind of like just went all just went ham.
He's
All
just
right, I
like
dropped it
you,
in
Scott.
tips and tricks.
Tips and tricks.
A man after my own heart.
Am I gonna be tricked into puns?
Oh hell, Tristan, that looks real. I just looked at food, and that looks real damn good.
Ooh, that does look good.
But yeah, it's just like relatively easy to make, and and you can know it's one of those the SKS terrain stuff. You can make it as detailed or as easy as you want. He just gives the building blocks and how you do everything, and then from there it's a matter of how much time you want to dedicate.
Well, Scott, how late are you thinking of going?
I don't know what time is it now. 9:15.
9:15.
Um, I'd say probably another Yeah, I could probably do another 15 minutes just to finish blocking in this Corvus Black.
Okay. Yeah, we can get into that last, like, our usual, like, 9:30. Maybe we can look at something. What do you guys want to look at tonight? We can look at various kill teams. We'll get some models on the Warhammer website. That could be fun. We could read
Terrain.
some. We could look at some like detachment focuses on Goonhammer. What's Goonhammer got going on? Let's see what's Goonhammer's doing. I'll put that up. Give me a second. Let me put that up.
He's ignoring me, chat.
Don't listen to him, chat. If we ignore him, he goes away.
That's not, you know that's not true.
Shh. It's okay, Scott. It's okay. All right, Goonhammer, what you got going on over here? Ooh, setting up the table for narrative play, part 6, getting vertical. Okay.
Oh, hey,
Okay.
look, terrain.
Oh no. Anyway. Uh. Uh. What
No,
is bracketing in Warhammer?
these are pretty good. It's a pretty good series too. Their last article was an entire like dissertation about hills.
I do love when Goonhammer just kind of goes. Tristan does say he's been having a lot of brain fog lately. He's kind of having trouble enjoying 40k because of it. Says he wonders if Kill Team would be less stuff to remember at once. It kind of is. Like, you don't really have every unit has an ability in the same way you do in. It obviously depends a lot on the Kill Team. You don't have every unit has an ability in the same way you do in 40k, so there's that. Obviously, it's much more akin to running an elite army because you have relatively few models. Like a big kill team is like 12 models. Like that's a pretty big kill team. Like I think
Yeah,
Arbitrate is 11. It's decently sized.
it's just a
Um,
nice clean rule set.
Actually, real quick, Scott, entertain the people. I'll be right back.
Oh my god. All right, chat. So what kind of terrain should we make for the channel next? I'm still currently thinking trenches, but I don't know. I don't know what you guys would like to see. I can convince these guys to make anything eventually, I hope. Um, though right now everything is frozen to hell, so that does make life a little bit more difficult because it's kind of hard to cut things outside. But trenches would be good because I have a Trench Crusade team now, and I would like to play that Trench Crusade team. I just need to convince people to help me. I know Jeff was interested. Oh, and craters are surprisingly tough to make well. Um, I found a pretty good video about it from Hobby Tutor, but it's like deceptively hard. But craters are always good. Because craters is one of those things that works for like any system. Except for maybe like some fantasy systems where you're not going to have big explosions, but it's getting hot in here, so put on all your clothes. It is actually, I think, uh, I looked it up once, and I think the average temperature for Hoth is like -10 Fahrenheit or something. So there are currently parts of the US that are colder than Hoth. So there's your fun fact. If you really wanna experience what they were in episode 5, then go to Minnesota. But yes, yeah. So for hills, I will say Goonhammer put out a very interesting article about this because they put out like terrain for narrative games and like how you set up terrains for a more narrative feel. And they just released the 6th installment of this series, which is about adding verticality. Apparently, just like did it today with like I got home from work. But um, hills are weird because to have an honest to true hill, it needs to be very like shallow slope or things are just gonna fall right off. So you really like you have to make the concession of if you want a tall hill, you need to make the concession where it's that terraced hill. But that's easy enough to make as well. And then you can make a bunch of them that are like 2 inches thick and set them up so you can just like stack them to your heart's content. Make whatever hills that you want. Um, Otherwise, if you want like a big hill with a slope that models aren't going to fall over on, you'd need to make it like the size of the entire board, which then raises the questions like, what is it actually like doing for you? Like, what is it? What are you actually gaining for it from terrain, aside from like aesthetic? Because terrain is one of those things that's like, it has to be A, visually appealing, but B, also functional. If it's just something that gets in the way and doesn't add that much, then like what's the point of it being there? And sure, you can get away with that with like little gribblies, like little set dressing things that just scatter around. Um, but if it's an aesthetic thing that gets too big, that doesn't actually add anything to the board, then you run into issues where it's taking up space that terrain that would actually like add something to your game could use. So I feel like the terraced hills are a pretty good concession on that because you can make them tall enough where they're actually function as line of sight blocking terrain while still also adding that aesthetic and the verticality to it, which is a nice little trade-off. But yeah, I definitely think the next step, the next goal for the class here is the trenches, because I found those plans. Jeff has provided trench walls, like put on the insides of those trenches. So we want to make sure that we use those. But
Oh God,
yeah,
is he
need
still
to take a
talking
look at
about
the at
trenches?
little walls that you provided, Jeff. We went back to trenches. I was talking about hills and terrain and how you have to kind of hit that happy median between usability and aesthetic.
I'm telling you guys, if you let him go, he's gonna keep talking about trenches.
You told me to entertain the people, and I did.
Perkysaurus says you really dig trenches. You know what? I'm gonna let Perky have this one just because you deserve it, Scott.
Also, trenches are an interesting problem for terrain because anything that's like dug into the ground is an interesting problem on how you actually do that for terrain, right? Because it's a very common feature on a battlefield, but you still need to make it like actually look good. And like, how do you make it for a tabletop?
You said a lot of fun words,
And I
but Tristan
feel
just said, "Paint me like one of your trench girls," and I appreciate that.
you don't want to know what that looks like.
No, I'm in a lot of Creek subreddits. I know what that looks like.
Oh no.
Ooh, what's this?
Apparently one of the Trench Titans is doing a new campaign, or they're wrapping up one of their new campaigns. And they made like
That's
a
neat. Shout out to Grim
homebrew
and
little
Darker.
perk or something they called paint me like one of your trench girls.
Oh no.
And it's a shotgun ability.
Oh no. Ooh. Kill Team miniature review. Shadow Hunt. Yeah, that looks good.
Damn it, Tristan. It's okay. I understand. They put out good content. I've been really digging their Trench Crusade content because it's a good way to get like the up close stuff of a skirmish game like that while still having their personalities. Still
Ooh,
be parts of it. That's always been my issue with 40K and 40 minutes is that like sure I'm going to get the game in. I'm going to know what happened in the game, but I know nothing about the people playing.
it's fair.
I guess
Side
I
note,
guess
this is a
like
really sick diorama. I don't know how much this you guys can actually see, but it's right here. Like the sister and the warp talon. That looks really
Oh,
good. Anyway, you were saying, Scott,
oh wow, that looks dope.
doesn't it?
Um, but yeah, no, I feel like Tabletop Titans really does that nice mix of like having their personalities shine while also showing off what actually happens during the game, which has been my issue with 40K and 40 minutes is that you don't get any of that.
Yeah, you
Like
certainly
what
don't
he
get as
like
much.
sure their shtick is that it's in 40 minutes, but like
At
all
what
right,
cost?
everybody has 40K content. We have 40K content at this point. Why am I watching this over something else? Liam Dempsey also does pretty good. He's a pretty funny British dude.
Ah, there's the full diorama. Now, Percusaurus has a good point. 40K in 40 minutes means you can watch more of them.
That is true. And it's good if you're
Mhm.
trying to learn like
Like that.
tactics and stuff, right? Especially for like tournament prep. Um
And I feel like for tournament
if you're
prep,
like
though, you're
tournament
probably
prep or trying to
watching.
learn stuff, then 40K in 40 minutes is probably the better thing.
I feel like at that point, though, you're watching like Art of War or Vanguard Tactics mostly.
Also true.
I watched something where they talked about they ended up playing like Vanguard Tactics. I think it was Paul's bad at stuff because he does a lot of like post tournament videos where he takes his 18 Centurions to a tournament and kind of walks through each match, which is fun. So he does it in like a little 2D style. Um, he played one of the dudes from Vanguard Tactics or whatever, and was like really nice guy. He was trying to tell me how I could make my list better. Well, I could hear him mentally screaming, "Well, don't run 18 Centurions."
So how about my 18 Centurions?
I would do say I highly recommend Paul's Bad Stuff. He's been one of my favorites lately. I almost lost. He almost lost me when he was complaining about what was it, Imperial Guard, but I've come back. Come back. He has a video called "I Don't Like Imperial Guard." And I haven't watched that one, but I like his other videos. Ooh, Adeptus Custodians got third in tournament. That's fun. Land Raider Custodian Scott.
Oh, did they
Here you go.
have they put out the competitive innovations for this week already?
Yeah. Er, no, it's from
Oh
last
no, they
week.
had three last week. Oh,
Yes,
I did
it's
not
from
know they had
Saturday.
three. Hmm. Montka, Drukari, Talons of the Emperor, Land Raider Custodes with how many Land Raiders?
Let me pull it up.
Three.
Oh, Land Raider Custodes.
Yeah, with the current points on Custodian Guard, they are looking very good right now.
This is one of the metagame's biggest gut punch builds. Takes third place here, narrowly losing to the Drukari above in the final round. Hauling a bunch of custodians forward and land raiders puts incredible pressure on foes, demanding a level of damage output many cannot muster, just to keep in the game. It also offers, yeah, excuse me, big blowout plays from a well-timed dodge back inside the hole. The raiders also help a lot with Catan, who are a massive headache for most other custodes builds, providing both high damage shots to punch the pain through and layered defenses to try and ensure a rampaging star god can't roll up the list too rapidly. Both this build and an all infantry setup are getting a good amount of play right now, especially in teams. But as this performance shows, there's enough power here to carve up singles as well. Great stuff from Travis. Yeah, Land Raider Custodians. Didn't think I'd see that day.
Yeah, they finally hit the right points cost for them.
Makes sense.
But that does raise the issue because it looks like. I mean, I guess I have to just keep my eye on the meta, right? And I have until the Wednesday before the tournament to submit my list.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like a lot of the meta is going to be Custodian Guard or Catan. Like, I need to have a plan to deal with either of those specific kinds of lists.
I'd agree with that. I'd say that's true.
And I don't know if I have a good answer for either of them. Oh, I feel like for Catan, I could probably deal with that with Hammerheads and a Riptide. In theory.
There are a few of life's problems you can't deal with hammerheads and riptide. In theory.
So yeah, I don't know.
Well, you can always fall back on the good old cry. I find that helps.
Cry is a free action.
Yeah.
So that is always an option.
All right. Best of the rest. We got some Necrons, Cursed Legion, Chaos Space Marines, Veterans of the Long War, Chaos Demons, Demonic Incursion. That's always fun. Blood Angels, Rage Curse Onslaught, a lot of Death Company. I think that's what I played against on Saturday.
Trying to catch up on the chat. I don't know what his wrong opinions about terrains is. He thinks the all ruin met is fine because it's easy for tournaments to set up. Yeah, okay, so for tournaments, yeah, I agree with that because especially for big ones, they're just trying to fill in 100 tables with terrain.
Yeah, and that was his primary point, was
And
that you have to build, well, the one, you have to set these up relatively quickly. You also have to transport them if you're doing it in different places. And it's just,
yeah,
he also pointed out that there are a lot more options in it than ruins. People just kind of default to ruins because it's easier, which is probably mostly fair too, because there are a lot of other options, but people don't typically do them. Because one, you need specific terrain to represent them, and two, it's more to keep track of. But I mean, honestly, yeah, for tournaments, it's hard to argue with it, and I certainly don't mind. I don't really
but I
notice it too much.
definitely want more of like the smokes and the shrubs and whatnot for our personal table because the only thing we need to do is store it.
Yes,
And we
but
only
we.
need to populate one table with it.
Hey,
But as
look,
I'm learning, it's just like making this other terrain does get difficult, and it's not trivial,
true.
but it
So,
is worth the effort.
oh, hey, Salamanders won a tournament.
Oh hey,
Forge Father Seekers makes sense.
all
Clearly,
right,
some
the Corvus Black has been applied.
Ultramarines. Wait, oh wow, all three, top three here were all different versions of Space Marines. Salamanders, Ultramarines, and then White Scars. Ooh, with a Storm Raven. That's always fun. That's always fun to see. Chaos Demons, Drukari, Spectacle Spite, Grizzled Company. Love to see it. Ooh, some Sisters of Battle winning first place. I will say, one of the great things that 10th edition has managed to do is there is a wide variety in armies that can win right now. And that's awesome. That is fantastic because, and by the end of ninth edition, it was just there were just at most a few armies that were standing out, and they kind of just rotated which one stood out. So I'm really glad they finally got a hold on that.
I am thinking though that with this current meta, the crew might be having a hard time.
Well, you can be in it for the meme at least.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see what it looks. I'll keep an eye on it and make adjustments accordingly. Like I said, I don't need to decide until the Wednesday before the tournament, which is what? The 18th? So I have 4 weeks. 3 weeks, I'm sorry.
I love how February's a square this year. Beautiful.
It
Technically a
might be a
rectangle,
square, but
but
it's still cool.
it's nice, even. Love it. Side note: there have actually been proposals to have every month be kind of like that, and then have a few random days throughout the year that aren't part of a month. Yeah,
That seems like more trouble than it's worth.
because it probably is, but There's a reason why it's never been adopted. Oh, did Imperial Guard win LVO last year? The October one? I know
Yes, they
the
did.
I know Death Watch won the normal one in January, which was deeply hilarious, considering they didn't exist like 3 weeks before it. Okay, started.
Yeah, they won LVO last year with like 180 model lists or some crazy nonsense.
That sounds about right. Well, I think it's probably about time to wind her down, Scott.
Yeah, I agree with that. I should probably I'm to a good stopping point here.
That is fair. I am too. I gotta let my stuff cure overnight so I can actually attach it hopefully tomorrow, I guess. Then someday get this thing painted. Happy with it how it came out though. It's a fun little kit bash. Nothing crazy, nice and straightforward. Yeah, Scott, is there anything you would like to tell the people at home? What do we got going on this week?
So please be sure to join us later this week for a double stream weekend. That's right. Double the Neuro-Heretical Wargaming for single the weekend. On Saturday, we have the January Saturday side quests in the form of Star Wars Legion. That'll be Jonathan versus myself of the Separatist forces versus the Grand Army of the Republic. Who will win, the clones or the clankers? To be determined. First, we need to relearn how to play this game. Then on Sunday, we will be playing a game of 40k, our regularly scheduled 40k adventure. This will be Jeff versus Tim, as Jeff learns to play GSC and Tim learns to play Imperial Knights. What will happen? I don't know, but it's going to be weird, and you guys should watch.
Some people's armies are going to be a lot simpler than others. It's going to be a lot easier for certain people than others.
It's yeah. They're both armies where if you make a single mistake, it's kind of all over.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
But yeah, that'll be fun. Be sure to join us. And of course, we will be back here next week for another Hobby Tuesday. Thank you all for coming out and watching us tonight. It means a lot as always. Got a lot of good hobbying done, I think. I'm very happy to get this kit bash kind of done. I've been thinking about it for a while. So again, thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Scott, for being on tonight and talking about trenches for approximately 2 hours.
Yeah, trenches.
Also, if you want, I have a
Yep,
little. That reminds me, I have a little like World War One hobby guide thing. If you want to borrow it, by the way,
World War One. What?
like modeling book.
Okay, that would probably be helpful.
Yeah, I need to track it down. I don't know where it ended up, but remind me. I can bring it over to you. I need to bring Jeff Dread versus Death. So I'm part of everything I bring. All right. Well, again, thank you guys so much. It's been a great evening. Always happy to have you guys. Thank you and have a wonderful day. And we'll see you Saturday, Sunday, and this time next week.
All right, everybody.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.